Bell ringer for today. Describe what biopsychology is. Why is it important for psychologists to understand the workings of the brain and the body? All right, so let's go over it. Describe what biopsychology is. Why is it important? What do we have? What do we got? Brewster, go ahead.
I have biopsychology is how our brain and body affect.
Yeah, good job. Good job. So, where this information stored in our brain, right? How we can study the brain and understand why we do the things we do. Okay, where this information stored in our brain. Okay, and really understanding more of the biological nature of why we are who we are and why we act the way we do. All right, good. Good job. Is there any questions on that, guys? Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so vocab, I'll leave you guys a little bit of time to work on that. How about, I don't know, 3 minutes? Does that work? 4 minutes? You'll work on some vocab, and then we'll move on today. I want to talk about those assignments from yesterday, the 3 traits. So hopefully you have that turned in. Okay, hopefully you have that turned in. We can talk about that, discuss it. I want to hear everybody's traits that they want to put down for their kids, right? That'd be cool. And then real quick, going over Punnett square, chromosomes, genes, so we can move on to neurons. All right, so let's go over the assignment from yesterday real quick. I want to hear you guys' response to the assignment. Pretty cool. All right, so the genetic traits for your child, what will they be? Let's start over the rooster. What do you got, man? Just the genetic traits. What do you have?
Okay, so I said intelligence, strong personality. I don't know, but like,
Personable.
yeah,
Okay, so they have a little bit of humor, right?
yeah, fit,
Okay. So fit, athletic body. Is that what you said?
yeah,
Nice. You're gonna be ripped.
yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Nice, nice. So, if you knew you're a possible carrier for genetic disorder, would you want to be tested before having children?
Yes. I feel like if I got tested and it was like it was positive, but shown that it was like a carrier of genetic disorder, I don't know. Kind of ruin the whole thing,
Yeah.
and it would just cause like
Okay. All right. So you're saying maybe it result in the future issues if you go through this gene manipulation. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. And then, you guys, I'll just move on here from that for number 3. But Rebecca, what do you have? 3 genetic traits for your offspring.
I said that I would be intelligent, a strong athlete, and free of disabilities.
Okay. All right. Good. Good job. Good job. So strong athlete. What sports are you hoping them to play, or just anything? Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So whatever they would want to do, they're going to excel at it. Lily, what about you, Pam Beasley?
For one.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, so I said like I'd like them to be like funny, athletic, and intelligent.
Okay. All right. So similar traits to what we have for Rooster and Becca. What about you, Cody?
Athletic, strong, and smart.
Okay. All right. So very similar. Katie?
I said like strong-willed, strong-minded, and like studious.
Okay. All right. So discipline, right? They have a good, strong mentality on things. Okay. Good. TC?
This is stronger, faster.
Okay. All right. Gracie?
I said perfect vision, fast metabolism, and
Oh, all right. Cool. So perfect vision. You don't want to have glasses or contacts, huh? 1-800-contacts. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, good. Good job. What about you, Alex?
Oh, I said decent metabolism, strong bones, and dimples.
All right, dimples. Really? Okay, you like dimples.
I only have one.
Oh, really? I think I only have 1 too. I don't know. We'll see. Nina, what do you have?
I said strength, bravery, and
Ooh, bravery. Okay. All right, brave person. Cool. Cool. All right, Maria, what do you have?
tall, intelligent.
Tall. Yeah, how tall?
Like this.
Like average, 6
Yeah.
foot or something. Man, cool. 6'5". Dunking on people in the gym.
It was for a guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's different if it's a girl then. Well, how tall are you?
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm asking you. How tall are you?
4'11".
Are you really? Okay. All right. I was wondering. Cool. Kinsley, what do you got?
A strong metabolism, athletic, and to live a long life.
And what?
To live a long life.
Lil. Okay. Nice. Nice. What, like 90, 95, 100?
To people that I feel like I like die young from like cancer, so
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Who else do we get? Dom, what do you have?
I guess naturally strong. I guess just overall natural health, like good health.
Okay. Good health. Good. Megan?
age slower, less chance of disease, and healthier for longer.
All right. Good. And I think, Alex, your last one yet.
Muscle strength, intelligence, height.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Not great hair. That's just a common thing that your kids will get, right? Yeah, nice hair. The flow. What's up?
Did 40
Forney, did you go yet? Oh, go ahead for me.
Smart, tall, athletic.
Athletic. Okay, nice, nice. All right, so everybody had very similar traits. That was cool. I'm glad you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the experiment. Well, not the experiment, the activity. And obviously, with carrying a genetic disorder, like Rooster said, you never know. Something might result later in life if you try to change or manipulate your offspring with different genes to try to prevent a disease or genetic disorder. Who knows, right? But at the same time, if there's something that we can catch before it happens that may cripple an offspring for life, or they might have to deal with their whole life, and there's something that we can do to try to prevent that from happening. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you. Again, it's opinionated. All right, so argument supporting genetic manipulation and an argument against genetic manipulation. Kind of went over that with number 2. What do you have, though, for number 3, Rebecca? Oh, it was a long one. Okay, go ahead.
Genetic manipulation has many advantages. With genetic manipulation, you can prevent your child from having genetic disorders. If you imagine your child having to live with a disorder that could have been prevented, this could improve the quality of life for your child and give them better chances at success. Genetic manipulation could allow for your child to be more intelligent. With increased intelligence comes more opportunities for your child's future with greater chances of success. Your child could also be made a stronger, better athlete with gene manipulation. This could help your child be phenomenal at their sport or even a good military recruit. With gene manipulation, your child's dreams are no longer very far out of reach.
All right, yeah, good job. So even with a mindset then, too, if they're excelling at things, if they're really seeing a lot of achievement, then overall they're going to have a better output or better input on life, right? They're going to view the world differently than maybe before. All right, yeah, good job. So again, it's opinionated, whatever you decide on, whatever what trait you thought was appropriate. And obviously there's some drawbacks, positive, negatives to it, almost like with everything. All right, so real quick, guys, I want to go over this. You guys already know what genes, chromosomes are, but I figure I have to go over, especially if it's going to be on the quiz. So we're going to pick up where we left off. All right, so we finished up with evolution, right? And how our bodies are adapting and changing in order to fit our environment, our surroundings, okay, how it can overall be better, I guess you say, fit organisms, okay, in our environment. Survival of the fittest, right? Okay, so misconceptions about evolution, right? So number 1, Darwin said humans came from monkeys. That's a misconception. In reality, he suggests that we had a common ancestor millions of years ago, that we obviously adapted, that we, kind of fit in our new surrounding environment and accepting new ideas and growing irrational thinking, communicating, you name it. Another one, 2, behavior can alter heredity. People didn't start growing bigger brains so they could communicate language, but people who had bigger brains could communicate an easier time surviving. All right, so with heredity, with Punnett squares, we all know what that is, right? With the Punnett squares, right, TC? You know what Punnett square is? No? Oh, you can remember this. Okay, so we have the Punnett square up here. All right, so we have like the P, capital P, lowercase, maybe lowercase, right? Kind of go through it, and you see where the recessive trait is. Okay, the dominant traits. What's that?
Instead of Punnett square.
Yeah, what is it?
Punnett square.
Punnett square. Okay,
That's what I
Punnett square. Or it might be my accent then, I guess. Punnett square. There you go. Punnett square. All right, and see where this recessive trait is. Okay, what dominant traits we can have moving forward, and that could help us fit into our environment and obviously survive. Okay, and with communication, obviously our brains grew over time to a point where we could access memories, we can feel emotions, and to a point where we can base our memories to learn from it. Okay, communicate better, reflexes, and understand different types of movements. Okay, that we can perform in everyday tasks. All right, so evolution accepted theory. So it always comes back and stems back to nature versus nurture. I remember talking about this in the first chapter and understanding how maybe we were born with these innate abilities. Maybe we were born with these different traits. Okay, that helps us see and understand the life around us. or we learn from it. Okay, we learn from it through our everyday interactions with peers, people, groups. Okay, and just understanding different concepts on life. Okay, and learning. So nature versus nurture, again, very accepted theory. It's to the point where it just really doesn't lean one way. It's kind of a balance of both. This nature versus nurture, if that makes sense. All right, so genetics and inheritance, genotype and phenotype. What is genotype? What is genotype? I know you guys heard about this. What about phenotype? What's that? Who wants to define those? Lily, go ahead. What is that again?
Like kind of like color your hair.
You said phenotype?
Yeah, phenotype.
Good. Good. So physical appearance then.
Yeah.
Good job.
I
So
couldn't think of the word.
yeah. So genotype is organism's genetic makeup, the blueprint for what an organism is. And phenotype, great explanation, physical characteristics. So like hair color, eye color, okay, the way we appear. And the Punnett squares, there you go, of what we understand of with the recessive and dominant traits, okay, with their offspring, how they will obviously over time accept these dominant traits to the point where we'll adapt to survive in our environment. So phenotype, easy way to remember it, physical characteristics. Okay, so like eye color, hair color. Phenotype, physical characteristics. Genotype is our genetic makeup. Good with that, Cody? All right, good. So heredity in our environment. So heredity in our environment, obviously with our environment, there's many different things that impact us with different stimulus. Okay, who we hang out with, who we try to engage with, that we learn different concepts from. I know especially when I watch movies or when I'm with a peer group, I see myself doing different activities or joining in different groups and hobbies. Okay, especially when I went to college, obviously I just kind of gravitated toward football and leaning towards that and hanging out with these friends and picking up some of the characteristics and hobbies that they do. It was just one of those things that I didn't change who I was. It's just I accepted new hobbies. And maybe in a way, my personality changed. Okay, accepting new views and understanding the world around me a little bit differently. Okay, and that's kind of how heredity accepts this new environment around us, and especially with peer groups, I think. When I'm watching movies, and it's like, that's something, maybe I should focus on a little bit more. Using humor in my life. And being a little bit more personable and open to certain things. We all can maybe relate that to certain examples in our life where we hang out with a certain person or we pick up different characteristics from someone that we admire and we want to try to resemble who we are kind of off of that person or that group or whatever activity it might be. Right, nutrition, okay, same thing, how that has biological influences. Obviously, we know that with junk food, fast food, right? Okay, when we eat different types of healthier food and really just keeping our bodies in better shape. Okay, when you play a sport or professional activity, obviously, it comes to a point where nutrition is a big part of your lifestyle and how you try to perform best of your ability. Right, TC? You don't drink a gallon of chocolate milk before you go out in the field, do you? Sometimes, really. I can see after a workout or something, but I get bloated and sick from it. I was wrestling one time and I drank a bunch of chocolate milk before a match. It was not good. Not good. I felt bloated and I couldn't really move the best. And afterwards, I threw up a little bit. I was just like, that's not good. I shouldn't do that again. Obviously, it's a little different thing. Disease and stress, okay, also being impactors and influence in our heredity in our life because of, obviously, if we go to school, okay, different forms of stress with tests coming up, assessments, right? Our presentations tomorrow, right, Cody? Yeah, get stressed out about it. All right, so chromosomes, 23 pairs, we know that. I don't need to spend too much time on it, okay? Double helix, right? Is that what they call it? So 23 pairs of chromosomes. Real quick, I'll move through it. Okay, so genes, segment of chromosomes that encode the directions for inherited physical and mental characteristics. Okay, easy way to remember it, genes are like the words that make up the organism's instruction. Okay, so like words. So genes are like words. There we go. We get the chromosomes. Okay, we have 23 pairs, obviously. So that would be almost like the formation of a sentence within our body. Okay, so these genes making up into the chromosomes, which is the words making into a sentence. Okay, so like this, like I said, the chromosomes would be like a sentence, a strong structure consisting of many different forms of DNA along with genes that are organized, which makes itself into a sentence. Okay, genes, like the words, chromosomes are like a strong string of words making into a sentence. Right? So genes and chromosomes. Thread-like structures consisting mostly of DNA along with the genes are organized. So like this sentence. All right, so I'm not going to test you on sex chromosomes. We already know the X and Y, right? Okay, yeah, X and Y. Yeah, we know that already. Okay, so we're going to talk about the neuron when we get to Thursday. Right, tomorrow, like I said, I want to go over presentations. But the neuron, how it fires, okay, different parts of the neuron, and how messages are sent throughout our body, okay, and how our brain communicates with the rest of our body through these neural connections. Right, with neurons and neuroplasticity, when we learn a certain thing, a new activity, let's say a new movement, right, with throwing a ball, TC, at first when you try to do it, wasn't great. I'm assuming, throwing a spiral. But over time, when you practice it, that neural connection becomes thicker, becomes stronger. There's more neural connections happening to a point where you can perform that task without even thinking, right? You can just go up and grab the ball and toss it. Perfect spiral, right? Yeah. All right, so we'll talk about that more when we get to Thursday. Again, presentations, we're going to do that tomorrow. I know it's been a while, so I'll give the rest of the time for you to get those together, talk with your partner how you're going to try to present it, and make sure, again, you have your citations, okay? You have those citations ready to roll. All right, that's all I have.
I'll show you how.